Alright, we're inside Adobe Draw and I want to do a layout using a couple of images that I created earlier. There's a number of ways to do this. However, I'm going to show you one way first, and I'm going to open up this cameo drawing that I did earlier, and then I'll just use the save function up in the top there, and I have a number of output options. Of course, I could save these things to my Creative Cloud folder as a PSD or as a PDF. I could save it as an image directly to my camera roll if I wanted to. I could push it up to the portfolio platform, the social portfolio platform, Behance, or I could push it directly into the desktop apps themselves, which would be either Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator. So I'm just going to do, I'm going to save the actual files into the Creative Cloud. So I'm just going to back up on that option, and I'm going to save them as PSDs for now. You'll notice it pushes it up into the cloud. We can just see the circle spinning as it syncs up the asset to the cloud. My wireless seems to be a little bit slow today. So we've sent that up to the cloud. I now want to send up my caricature. That's me as a space cadet. And I want to hit the share button on that. And I'll send that to the Creative Cloud as well as a PSD file. So it converts the vector files in Adobe Illustrator Draw to bitmap files for use in Photoshop. Once I've done that, I can close them both, and then in the bottom right hand corner I can tell it I want to create a new project. And the format for that project, if we go to the bottom print area here, we're going to use letter landscape because we're just going to print these off and then display them. Now right off the top we've got a blank canvas, and I want to add, using the plus sign, an image layer. And I can capture from my files. It goes into the assets that I'd saved up there, and it allows me to access some of those drawings that I saved. And so I can go in here and I can select this image, open that. I can use the pinch and zoom method to scale it up and down and get it to about this size. Click done. I want to bring in the next file from the Creative Cloud into an image layer, look into my files, and there's my Space Cadet image. I'll open that up, and again I can position that and scale it the way that I want it. And I can click done. I can kind of zoom out, see what the layout looks like. Maybe I need to move this, so if I tap it, I can say transform. That allows me to reposition it. And perhaps reposition this one. So I select it, tap it again, transform. That allows me to just bring it in just a little bit closer like that. Now it'd be really nice if there was a text function in here, but there's not. So what I'm going to do is just push this out again and say I'm going to push this out again as a Creative Cloud file as a PSD. Or I could say open it up in a desktop app. So let's go there. And I'll just open it up directly in Photoshop, and you'll notice my desktop will launch eventually the Photoshop application. You can see my laptop indicating that the top. You can see it in the dock as it launches, and it's now opened up those files. And you can see we've now got them in Photoshop, and if I wish, I can use the text tool, and then I could set my name. set it in black. And I think I'd ask that it be 18 points and that we use a sans serif bold. So I'm going to use Arial bold for that. I'll just reposition it so it kind of flushes underneath the Space Cadet image. And there's my layout. And at this point, I could save it in a native Photoshop format. I could have done the same thing in Illustrator. It would have given me slightly different results, but this works fine. And I can just call it my name underscore layout. And then I could just save that. I'll just save that onto my desktop. And then I can print that later on. And there you have it.